Collier was gunned down in front of his Bishop Lavis home in September 2020. Carlo Peterson has the details.
Today, the court heard how Modak made a statement to police in 2018 saying he was contacted by a middleman to develop a corrupt relationship with Vieri and Kinnear. It is the state's case that in 2017, the anti-gang unit reported to Vieri, while Kinnear worked in the same unit as a lieutenant. The state alleges members of the unit, led by Kinnear, seized firearms and ammunition from Modak security guards in April 2017. Modak says the middleman made an offer for Modak to bribe Vieri and Kinnear by paying them 150,000 rand to return the weapons. Modak stated he agreed to the bribe because he wanted to prove Vieri and Kinnear were corrupt. The trial continues. Carlo Peterson, Eyewitness News, Western Cape High Court.
Gold is trading at $2,362.13 an ounce. The rand is at 18.90 to the dollar, 24.18 to the pound, 20.56 to the euro, and Brent crude oil is at $78.41 a barrel.
Tembisa still dealing with that accident scene, R21 southbound before Olifantsfontein Road, causing about a 20-minute delay. Edenville heading towards Bedfordview, traffic is also sluggish. On the R24 westbound from Edenville Road to the Gillies Exchange, and then because of slow-moving traffic on Witkoppen Road between St. Peter's School and Stonehaven.
It's a fine Thursday afternoon in Gauteng today. Temperatures have peaked at highs of between 20 and 22 degrees. The top story in Eyewitness News, MK party leader Jacob Zuma has dismissed the notion that he is being egged on by his daughter Duduzile to remain relevant in politics.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or the new EWN app. 702 Afternoons
with Relebohile Mabuta, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856,
92.7
and 106 FM.
7 minutes after 1 o'clock, welcome to 702 Afternoons with myself, Relebohile Mabuta, on this Thursday, the 6th of June. Politics are getting more and more interesting. I'm enjoying the series, listening to all the different interviews coming through from EWN. We will be staying tuned to see what the outcome is going to be as the world continues to watch. It feels like we're on episode 4 of this drama series, and it is only going to get more and more interesting. Coming up on the show today, I want to find out from you, would you be able to, or have you ever had to work with an ex? Now, I'm not talking about dating somebody at work and then you guys break up and now you're working with an ex. Not like that type of scenario. The scenario like where you are a couple and maybe decide to start a business together and then you break up. Or let's say you've broken up with this person and then next thing you move on with your life and an opportunity comes your way and you discover that you will have to work with your ex. Maybe even worse, have to report to them. Is this something you would be able to do? Clement Mayatella said to me earlier, get your bag, sis, suck it up, whatever the feelings are, and collect your monies. And I'll share some of the well-known celebrity couples who still work with their exes, and what does that look like for you as a new partner if you start dating somebody who has built a business with their ex and they still continue to work together, as it's something you would be comfortable with. Then in our Belief Matters feature, we're going to talk about the feast day of the Sacred Heart. What is it? We'll be joined by the spiritual director to the Sacred Heart Sodality of the Archdiocese of Johannesburg, Father Tepo Maseko, will be joining us for that conversation. The second hour of the show, we are talking to Wendy Nolan, our consumer rights feature, Nola Knows, as we do on a Thursday. We're talking about a celebrity chef who has been scammed, and we open up the lines to all of your consumer rights issues. Give us a call, 011 883 0702, or SMSs 31702, or tweets at Relebohile M at Radio 702 using the hashtag 702 Afternoons, and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702.
702 Afternoons with Relebohile Mabuta, live streaming countrywide
on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856,
92.7
and 106 FM.
So, would you ever be able to work with an ex of yours? And maybe there's some exes that you're like, those exes I would never be able to work with, but this one I definitely would. So what are the scenarios that you could find yourself in a position like this? We've got someone we all know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He is highest paid actor in the world, exceptional career. Now him and his ex-wife run a Florida-based production company, and it's called the $7, which comes from the amount of money he had in his pocket before he started wrestling. So that's the name of the production company. Him and his wife divorced in 2007 after 10 years of marriage. And then they said, we're going to continue to advance and manage our business interests, our philanthropic efforts, and most importantly, the raising of our child together. This is what they said at the time of their divorce. 17 years that they spent together as a couple, and said that they look forward to spending the rest of their lives together as best friends and business partners. Now, what happened following that? They kept their word. They founded in 2012 their business $7. It's produced a couple of shows like Ballers. In between, he's been also doing other work with Fast and the Furious through this business and other shows. But this man got remarried. He's got a new wife. They have a child together, and he continues to work with his ex-wife. And I was asking the team, would you be able to work with your ex? And they're like, yeah, I would be able to work with my ex. So I said, okay, cool. And these are the gents I'm specifically asking. So I'm like, what if you start dating a woman and you find out that actually the person she is in business with, and it's funny that the term that they use in business sometimes is I'm in bed with, like you'll know that term, but the person they are in business with happens to be their ex. Is this something you would be comfortable with? And the gents were like, maybe, yeah. But then I'm like, okay, now when you think about the fact that we spend 8 to 10, sometimes 12 hours at work, is that something you would be comfortable with? That your wife or your woman, and vice versa, spends more time with her ex than she does with you? Is that something you would be comfortable with? Like in a scenario like this, Jennifer Lopez and her ex Mark Anthony, despite them splitting in 2011, they still went forward with their global talent competition, Quiviva, The Chosen, and they did an album together in 2016, a Spanish album. So they continued to work together, and this was in the time that she was dating A-Rod. Is this something you would be comfortable with? And I wonder, do you find yourself naturally gravitating in your relationship to wanting to support that person in what they do with their business? And I work with many people who are couples, from restaurants to people in the art department and the TV industry. So I know many couples that work together, and I wonder if the work would continue if the relationship ended. But what are your thoughts in the different industries that you're in? If a job opportunity were to come your way, you've been praying for it, you've been praying for this particular salary, the benefits, the bonuses it comes with, and then you find out that, oh, my ex works there. Maybe that's the scenario. Would you feel comfortable, and how would you approach it in your relationship? And not just my ex works there, you have to actively be working with your ex. And do you think being able to work with your ex is a sign of maturity? Do you think it's a sign of needing money a lot more than needing peace? Obviously it depends on the circumstances, and it is rare that when people say we part as best friends. It's rare, but some people do have those relationships with one another. Years after divorce, they are friends. They are genuinely friends. So I want to hear from all of you. Would you be comfortable working with your ex? Have you had to work with your ex? How did that turn out? If you're married and you've built a business together, what do you end up doing if you have to divorce? Do you shut the business down, or do you let it continue or buy the partner out? And if you find yourself meeting somebody who works closely with an ex, or you're already in a relationship and an opportunity comes their way, it's their dream job, would you want to say, ish, my love, actually, I don't feel comfortable with you doing this job? And then what must happen? Give us a call. 011 883 0702. Your SMS is 31702. Your tweets at Relebohile M at Radio 702 using the hashtag 702 afternoons and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702.
Clement Maniatella,
Weekday mornings,
9 to 12.
9 to 12.
Why are we centering the markets so much in coalition discussions? Yes, we need to care about the markets. We need to care about investors and how they react. So you could argue the approval of the markets will work for the people. And I absolutely agree with all of that. What I'm saying, though, is let's center the people of this country and not the markets. What would have happened if the majority of people in this country voted the MK or the EFF? Were we now going to go back to the polls because, the markets don't approve?
Clement Maniatella.
9 to 12 on 702.
Did you know that the 5 most common paint defects in decorative and industrial coating are roof leaks, rising damp, chalking, cracks, and paint peeling? Madua Paint World are ready to expertly detect and execute remedies for these and other costly defects. And with more than a decade of experience, they confidently offer a guarantee of up to 10 years on their products and workmanship. Visit maduapaints.co.za or find them on social media. Madua Paint World, they don't just make paint, they excel in paint chemistry.
And we would buy 500 cars and we would buy 500 more. So sell your car for the best price and we won't think about it twice. We buy cars, we buy cars. We buy cars,
We Buy Cars, the easiest way to sell your car by far.
You're not experienced enough. How will you manage your money? Your monthly expenses will be too high.
Do what others say you can't with our MyMo Biz Plus account. Tailored to fit your growing business banking needs, this all-in-one solution offers a bundle of transactions and services at a fixed monthly service fee. Start, manage, and grow your business at standardbank.co.za/rise above the noise. Standard Bank. Standard Bank is an authorized FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Pinnacle College Kyalami Pre-Prep is a fun, safe, and nurturing environment for children aged